Welcome everybody to the 10th episode of the Paisa Life podcast. Yes, that was a little cumbia you heard playing. We're trying to sort out a little intro situation here because I realized we don't have that much music popping in the intros in the last episodes. It's been like just
Talk.
like straight to the point. Again, we don't have no production value yet, but I feel like we're getting there. We got the mixer set up here. The mics, all that stuff. And we're getting there. We're building towards something. I don't know what exactly, but it's building. It's definitely some.
Sacking.
Yeah, some things are coming together. A lot of things are coming together. But yeah, it's your boy Bugs, one half of the Paisa Life podcast host as of right now. With me as usual, my man O.
Yo, what up?
And yeah, my fault. We haven't been putting them out as consistently as we were saying we were going to.
Right.
Just
We got busy.
scheduling conflicts.
Scheduling conflicts.
That's what happens when you have two grown adults trying to correlate what time they can meet up for beers and bullshit.
Completely different reasons.
Yeah.
Like, you have kids and a family and a wife. And I've just been going to the city a lot.
But again, we do what we need to do.
Also, I have two jobs.
Two jobs.
I have my still toes as we speak.
Going to the city. What else? Ball, because ball is life. Whether it's football, basket, or whatever your sport.
Yo, a lot of Mexicans play baseball.
Word?
A lot. Yo, I know there's this team in the league where we play. And sometimes they'll quit halfway through the season. Like towards the end, once it starts to get nice, because they play baseball. There's leagues of paisas playing baseball.
I did not know there was leagues. I mean, I know that there's a Mexican baseball league.
Parque de las 52.
Oh, but where
That's what I've seen them play there.
leagues?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
they got the uniforms and everything.
No wonder, because I only see us in the parks like around here.
Right.
But like that's the perfect diversion. Go to the suburbs. Go to where the white people are.
Right,
And
yeah.
play on their fields their sport.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
They've
shout out to those. Yo, shout out to
Yeah,
them. Yo,
man.
they're figuring out. They're infiltrating as well.
Yeah.
'Cause that's all we're trying to do. Just infiltrate into this daily life of what you guys call being American.
Also, better known as white people.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like no matter how much we try, we won't ever be white people.
But why want to be? Why would you want to be?
But
We tan better. We look better.
yeah, we do tan better, a lot better. That's the thing I never understood. White people always want to get browner, but they don't like us. I don't get that. Like we are the color they want to be.
Yeah.
Cause there's a few that they like to crisp. Like they would love to be of African American descent.
Right.
But I feel like just more generally, white people just want to get a little toasty, a little tan, get a little olive,
Toasty.
a little toasty. Yeah, from a 1 to 10 on your toaster setting, they don't want a 10. They want a solid crispy 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Because 5 comes with problems.
Yeah.
Then you start getting
At 5, you start getting confused with either Puerto Rican, Italian, or something like that. And then
Then that's when you lose all your credit.
Yeah, because
Credit score goes down.
Italians can definitely pass off as Mexicans.
Mm-hmm.
Flags are
Yeah.
similar. We heavy drinkers. We like a lot of similar stuff. You know.
Even our language.
I feel like Italians are the Mexicans of Europe.
Yeah, I've also thought that.
Right. I have had Italians agree with me on that thought. They were like, yeah, that's exactly how it is. He's like, I have uncles that get shit-faced drunk at parties and then fight each other and then just make pretend like nothing ever happened afterwards.
Yo, but ours are a lot more hilarious because they're wearing boots and hats when they do it. I've seen that.
That is very true.
The first fight I ever saw in Newburgh when I was a youngin' was in Broadway, and it was 2 drunk Mexicans fighting in front of a church.
Because where else would you fight?
Where else? Or it might have been. It started in the church, then it came all the way to by Stella's Pizza. They were both shit-faced drunk.
Oh yeah, because
And then-
why not
Yeah.
be?
They had no shirt on, just fighting in their very tight denim jeans and boots. It's fucked up.
Was one of them bloody?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because it's not a real street drunk fight if nobody ends up bloody. Because
Bloody.
I think that's how they come to terms. Like, oh shit, I'm fighting.
but once you see the blood coming down, you're like, what did I just get myself into?
Yeah, like in Newburgh. Now that you mention it, I have seen a lot of bloody drunk Mexicans, just like on the street. Like that shit is crazy. Like it's normal for us because we're like, oh shit, someone could beef, but
Yeah. Even our basketball leagues, someone always ends up fighting.
well,
Always.
you cannot have men together and not expect some sort of like confrontation. Like
Yeah, man.
you just can't. Like especially when in this gym you have like 40 people competing against each other at a given point, and
Shout out to my guy Gaston who wanted to body me during the semifinals. I believe someone still owes me $50.
nah, but yeah, we try to fight everybody, man. Like if you're not trying to fight everybody,
Shout out to that dude, yo. He's doing his fitness shit on Instagram. So shout out to your fitness thing. Nah, it's a good thing, yo.
whoa, technical difficulties. Whoa. Check.
Yo,
Oh yeah, did die.
it died. Damn, I was just about to get into. You hear me?
Yeah. Hold on.
That was weird.
Yeah, I mean, keep talking. Just how about don't
Yo,
touch the mic?
yeah, I know.
Let's
I'm
try.
trying to
Let's try not touching the mic. Maybe that might work.
not touching the mic.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. No, I was. It's good to see that like he's trying to do his fitness thing. What are we talking about? His fitness thing, right?
Yeah.
Yo, he's doing some shit on.
It's good seeing your people stepping it up.
That's kind of the gist of what I want to say. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I
Because
just
come on,
didn't know
you don't want no bum ass niggas around you, man.
Yeah, yo.
That's why whenever I see anyone around me that's doing anything, I'm like,
Something.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
good for you and shit.
Good for you. Do that.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because nobody else is doing it, so
Yeah.
you do that. You handle that. I'm gonna handle this what I'm doing, but you handle that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, it's a good look, yo. Definitely a good look.
Yeah, because again, we don't motivate each other enough. Like I mentioned last time, or I don't know if it even was on tape. I'm sure it was, but
Yeah.
we just have this friendly competition with each other towards that we look at each other and like I'm gonna be better than you,
Yeah, but that's good, yo.
but because you're better than me,
That's good though.
that's the we gotta do that. We gotta really push each other forward. Because again, who wants to be around a bunch of bum ass dudes?
Yeah.
Man? I mean, not me.
Yeah.
Now I understand why when we were younger, my parents were always like, have better friends, have friends with features.
Yeah.
Because you want to be connected somehow.
Yeah.
some
Again,
way.
it was a very, very Republican way to look at things.
Again, yeah. Shout out to all
Shout
our
out to
extremely
Republicans.
conservative parents.
Yeah.
That thanks to you, we find ourselves being, liberals and sort of borderline hippies. Because
Yeah.
we don't like you. We don't like the way you see things.
Yeah.
Stop sweating us. Stop sweating us.
Word.
But now, yeah, shout out to the
crazy.
parents though. Yeah, they did a lot of crazy shit for us. Because this past week I was working with another immigrant, but he was from China. So we could relate on being from a different country here, this that we get it. But he also agrees like parents make the effort to come here, and if we don't take advantage of that, we fucking up. Because because we were talking, and then again, how much can you really relate with someone that is literally from across the world from you, but you guys happen to cross paths, in America, that's why I fucking love America, because it's like a cross point for a lot of people, whether you live here or not. Like you come here and you experience the people that live here. We love people from America love foreigners, but we hate them at the same time. Well, they hate them. I'm gonna say we because I live here, so that's why I like to say we. But yeah, like they love anything that's foreign, but when it comes to Mexicans, they're like, nah, we fucking with you. For everything else foreign, yeah, we got it. But yeah, like they definitely relate. Like, yo, it's parents made the effort to come here, and now we got to step it up.
Yo, so I was thinking something crazy. How poppin' do you think Toronto is right now?
Toronto, I feel like it's been sort of popping.
Low key, right? Brewing and shit.
Yeah,
Yo,
like it's popping to itself. Like it doesn't want niggas to know, like, yo, I'm popping.
Yeah.
Like it keeps it to itself.
Yeah, in a very polite manner.
Yeah,
as it's Canadian fashion.
Yeah, Canadian man. Yeah.
They don't want to brag. They're like, hey, yeah, it's pretty nice. We're not gonna.
We cool, but we don't want we really want.
We don't want to make anyone upset.
Yeah, we don't want to upset you with a fly this.
Yeah,
that's
so
pretty much what they're saying.
Yo, what if circumstances force us to have to move up and immigrate to the north, just like our parents.
Yo,
And
a lot of people do that already, bro. Like, there's a big visa program for Mexicans to go to Canada.
yo, I have a cousin over there.
I'm telling you, a lot of Mexicans in Canada, bro. We're in a lot of fucking places. Like, Paisa Life is not just here in America. Paisa Life is everywhere. Like, we got motherfuckers. Like I was mentioning last time, there's dudes in London and Germany and fucking Canada.
That's wild.
I'm sure there's Mexicans in Alaska. There has to be Mexicans in Alaska.
Man,
If you're Mexican in Alaska, holla at us. As a matter of fact, any type of brown in Alaska that's, well, besides the natives of Alaska, which look like Mexicans.
but you're also invited.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, holla at us, but we want to know if you actually made the journey from Mexico to Alaska. You're there.
They're probably like third generation, but they still look like their great grandparents.
Yeah, and have you seen pictures of native
Yeah.
Alaskans? They look, again, just
Yo.
like us, yo.
Some I've seen like pictures of the girls and shit. Yo, Alaskans.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yo, I'm telling you, you look at them, they look
Yep.
just like us. Man, they look just like us. That's why this whole Standing Rock thing, the tribe people that are stopping the pipeline from being built, like, that's why I fuck with them heavy. Because it's like, yo, these niggas, they're holding up their own struggle. They don't want their lands to be built on. They don't, they don't pretty much, they want to conserve what's left of their land, And as Spices, I feel like we should, you know, show some sort of support because I feel like those are the first steps we can take in actually becoming the second coming of Native American, to actually collaborate with Native Americans. Because again, you put us all in the line, you shuffle us around, try to figure out who is who. Nobody knows. I wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Because
Yeah.
again, it's just one of those things, You cut the hair, you take off all the things that make them unique just to the human itself. And we've been here for a long time, bro, and that's why I feel like we're still gonna be here. That's why we love making these places great. Ahorita I was telling you about the Chino que I was working with.
Right.
I went with him to New Jersey because he was clearing out a house that pretty much the responsibility fell on him to clear someone's house out. And lucky for him, this happened to be $1 million plus house. So all the furniture in there was just like solid wood, like heavy stones. It's just like really expensive shit. Like this dude literally took a 10-foot mirror and on a frame.
Like he took it home.
Yeah, he took it home. Yeah, like he got to keep whatever he wanted. And yo, that mirror was bonkers. It was like a door, but it was like it hung on the wall.
Word.
Yeah, like that thing was crazy. And like all the furniture was like solid woods, heavy
The
as hell.
good shit.
The good shit. Yeah, the good shit, And I was explaining to him, like, I asked him the question that I asked everybody, but hey, just based on looking at me, if you were to guess my race, what would it be? And then he thought about it, and he was like, and again, he came to the same conclusion. It's like, I don't, maybe Native American? I'm like, yeah. And then I told him a whole spiel about, what I like to do, all this sort of things. And then I pointed to him out, like, yo, what do you think about this house? Like, literally put the blocks together, the beams, the everything. Who do you think put this house together? Mexicans. We went outside, and I was like, yo, we keep everything, we keep everything clean, because again, we went outside, and this road is literally called something Creek, Mansion Creeks. Like they had the word mansion in it, and all that.
Wait, where was this?
In Mawa, in Bergen County,
Yeah, Jersey.
Yeah, like these crisps was big. And then you got the Mexicans outside keeping the grass, looking 100. Like I just mentioned, we built the houses. I guarantee you, the cleaning people are Mexican.
Right.
Paisas, the people moving the stuff out of the cribs. I'm out there, paisas. Everything that has to do with fine living revolves around us. Because I guarantee you, these motherfuckers go down to the restaurants and all this shit, fancy ass shit. Who do you think is cooking the food? Mexicans, like, I'm starting to see way more paisa waiters. Food service, like, we really taking over this shit. Like, but we don't want to be treated as equals. But we're right now we're being treated like the help. But it's cool, no problem, because at some point we'll move up, and that's one thing I've been wondering a lot about, because a lot of Italians that are alive today, like especially like grandparent age Italians,
Right.
they remember when they were the minorities, you know, when they were being discriminated against.
You know
And
why that was?
well, yeah,
Because
yeah,
they were Catholic.
yeah, the Catholic and all that stuff. And the crazy thing about that is that that always left that question in my head, like, why are white people like that? And then the other
Right.
day when I was at work, talking to the people that work there, and I'm talking to them, and I'm like, yo, and I forgot what the topic was, and I was like, hey, I'm like, but don't y'all white people back each other up? And then they looked at me like, no. And then that's when I discovered that white people hate white people too. They were like, oh no, we hate everybody. Like we just don't just like colored people. We just like literally hate everybody. Like other white people, we don't like them. And then remember we were talking about how Europe, that's the whole point of World
Right.
War One and Two, that it's just
Yeah.
white people beefing with white people. And that shit is fucking mind blowing. Like I see a paisa over there, like I go out of my way, saludarlo, qué onda, güey, qué onda, this, that, blah, blah, how you doing, this, that, blah, blah. And then yeah, so but them they're like, yo, don't like they don't like they don't fuck with each other. They don't fuck with each other. So that just always left me wondering, like, how come if you guys are alive and you felt that discrimination, why do you not try to stop it? Like I know a lot of people that a lot of Italians that push hatred, like racism
Wow,
shit.
racist. Some of the
Wow.
most racist people I've met were Italians.
Yeah, and I feel like that just comes from being the subjects of racism. Like it's just like the aftermath. I feel like maybe one day will be
Are
the.
there white people that want to be like other white people?
Oh, that's hold on. Like I feel like that blew my mind, and it's very simple. I don't know, bro. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, do like
Is
Italians, like, you know how we said they're the Mexicans?
yeah.
Do they want to be more like the French?
Do they?
Do the French want to be as strong as the Germans, perhaps?
Do the Germans want to be as fancy as the Brits?
Who knows? But they're like, you know what? Fuck them. Let's drop some bombs, and that's how World War II started.
Let's just invade. Like,
Fuck it. You know what?
Like,
We'll
hey
just
neighbor, I like your yard. Let me take that.
let
Yo,
me
white
take
people
that.
love taking stuff.
They
Why?
love.
Why do they love taking stuff?
Yo, that's weird. Yo, where did the? I don't know where that happened.
Yo,
The entitlement started somewhere long, long, long ago.
I feel like we should do a second show, another show, like ask white people, because I really have a lot of questions for white people,
White people.
because like the separation here in America is pretty big. Because today when I was down in the city of Newburgh, I realized, yo, like I grew up here my whole life. Like where I'm living now, it's kind of calm. Like I had my Mexican flag out because it was 15 de septiembre. Shout out to all my Mexicans.
Hey,
Hey, viva Mexico. But yeah, I put my big flag out, and I literally thought that I was gonna wake up to it being vandalized. Cause I'm like, I know there's a couple of Trump supporters around here. I know for a fact that there's Trump supporters around here.
you
So
can
I
smell
put,
them out.
yeah, so I put my flag out, like really hoping that either my shit was gonna be ripped apart, spray painted, burnt, something, and nah, it's still up there. Like I
Yeah.
was like, oh, shout out to y'all, Middle America. Like y'all know how to behave. Like if it would have been something like that in the hood, somebody would have been stole my flag.
Yeah.
Like my flag would have been gone. But
Yeah.
I don't know, something about that I miss. I don't know why. I think being on my toes, I miss it a lot. Like,
Getting too comfortable.
I'm getting too comfortable. I don't like that shit, man. I got so.
Yo, you gotta go commit some armed robberies, nigga. Keep your shit, keep really on your toes.
really be on the run.
Yeah.
Nah, but again, back to the whole. Funny you mentioned that being on your toes part. I was mentioning to.
That was you. You mentioned it, and you
Well,
brought it back full circle.
being a ref for circle.
Yo,
With that chinito que I was helping, he
Yeah.
also had another friend that he was helping him out. So once we're in the truck at the night, we're winding down with the work and everything. We're just sitting around bullshit. They're asking me questions. I'm giving them advice on life because I'm a little older than them. A couple years now, not too much. And then that's when I reveal my whole I'm not from here part. And then that's when people's minds start being blown because they're like, wait, what? You're not from here? But you speak just like us. I'm like, I can understand you. And then I go into the whole spiel of, I came here young, pretty much, culture shaped me, whatever. And then I explained to them the whole dynamic of the driving. And then the Chinito's friend, he was like, his mind was so blown, bro. he was like, "Yo, does that mean that you're petrified?" Like he was like, "I'd be scared shitless if I had to drive without a license all the time." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like." He's like, "But how do you do it?" I'm like,
You just obey the speed limit.
"You just do it,
Yeah.
yeah." Like there's no way around it. Like it's either you have yourself a pity party,
Or you just go
or
ahead and do it.
you get up and you do it. Yeah.
And then you drive through Route 84 to go to Montgomery and go to work. And they never caught me, except after I got my license.
Yeah. I mean, because again, it's not like we're driving to commit crimes. We're driving to go work,
So to work.
to do things that make society better. You
Yeah.
know, just life.
I used to drive around with my permit card because at one point I was able to get a permit card. A couple of things happened, then I wasn't able to, and I was frozen out of trying to. I got frozen in the middle of the process to getting papers here due to a clerical error. It wasn't even our fault. Anyway, long story short, I've been pretty much fighting in court for about, let's see, 9 years now, going on 9 years.
Bro, and that's the thing that a lot of people do not understand. That this is always a never-ending struggle.
Yeah,
We're not saying that the immigration system is broken, because it's not. It's the system around the immigration system that's broken. Because I know a lot of people complain like, "Oh, I've had to go through the immigration process, and all these illegals are just coming in." And it's like, yeah, because you're the person you're applying for qualifies under something that qualifies, and there's a certain amount of people
right,
that can qualify for that, and once those numbers are met, then that's it.
right.
The numbers are closed. So you were lucky that the person you were applying for was able to go in. But for someone like me, that's just a Mexican from Mexico, like they're not just gonna hand you a visa to come over here. That doesn't
Absolutely
happen.
not.
That's why we have to sneak in, because they're not handing out visas just for people to come do manual labor. That's just not the case. That's why we say that the immigration process is broken, because once we're here, once we try to do our best to try to become legal here,
Right.
it's a never-ending battle, because it's always thousands of dollars for lawyers, for fees, for applications, for so many things that it's discouraging. Like, it's like they don't want you to
No.
try,
Right.
and then so that's why we have no choice but to keep trying, because I
Try
hear
harder.
there's a lot of people complaining about that, bro. Like, oh, immigrants this, immigrants that, but it's like, yo, you guys don't know. Like the other day, I listened to this one podcast that I fuck with heavy, but then they said some dumb shit about immigration. They were like, oh yeah, he was like, oh, I had a wife that I wanted to bring into the country, and the process was so tedious. He was like, oh, I had to spend $5,000, this, that, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, you only had to spend five? And like, she
Yeah.
was in here, like, yo, my dude, like, that's super lucky. But it's because it was European people,
Yeah, of
like,
course.
of course, it's gonna be.
I knew a guy who said his dad got arrested drunk. They put him in jail. He bailed out, and then they gave him his papers.
Some people just qualify for things and some don't, bro.
But he wasn't Mexican. He was Honduran or Salvadoran or some shit.
Oh yeah, like a lot of Salvadorans have papers because of the civil war they had over there and shit. Like a lot of people can't go back. There's a lot of governments that don't take people back. Like when I was locked
Right.
up, there was a lot of countries that just wasn't taking people back. And then you can't keep people locked up with like not even going to court, because like they went to court and they already told them, oh yeah, we gotta send you out. But once they're sending you out, the country's like, nah, we're not taking them. Like then at that point they can't really do much. So instead of going back on your work, on your case, they'll just open a new case and be like, oh, we can't send you back, so here you go. And then they'll just give you like a green card. Like that's kind of what the Cuban thing is about.
Right.
Like Cubans don't become automatic
Interesting.
citizens; they get an automatic green card, sorta, because they apply for they have to apply for asylum and shit like that. Like they'll grab up Cubans, but they won't deport them. Like they'll literally just do like a year in jail and then just be out and about.
Yeah, they'll give him their
Yeah.
stuff too.
Yeah, again, but that's because they got the communism shit over there. Like they have again the circumstances
communists.
the circumstances allow for the Cubans to be here. I guarantee you, if there was something like that in Mexico, we'd be taking full advantage.
Oh, absolutely.
So anyone that doesn't understand immigration, please don't ask your immigrant people, friends, colleagues, whatever. Just don't ask them, how come you just don't get papers? Like, oh, don't.
Wouldn't it be easier if you were a citizen? Why don't you go for that?
Oh my God, bro, you have no idea how much I hate, especially in that tone. Like, why didn't you just become a citizen?
Yeah, like what do you? Because they look at you like, yo, you're being lazy.
Like, what
Why
the
don't
fuck
you
is
just
wrong
do
with
it?
you? Just go do it.
Just go do it.
Just go do it. You just gotta go take your social security and take your driver's license, and there you go. There you go.
That's all you gotta do. It only takes a couple of days.
Oh my God!
And it's like, nah, you don't realize like.
Yeah, it's not even like that.
But it's cool, whatever.
Yeah, but whatever. Yo, one thing I wanna talk about that I found kind of cool. You know what I found out? Do you know the presidential candidate Jill Stein? She's a Green Party nominee, I think.
Right.
Yo, there's a warrant or was a warrant for her arrest. Because remember those Native Americans I was just telling you about, that they're protesting the building of a pipeline through their sacred land.
Right.
I guess so. She's backing them up, and she snuck into the construction site after hours, and she spray painted on the bulldozers. Some flagrant shit. And
Very petty.
And like they knew it was her, so they put out a warrant for her. So for her arrest, so I want to give her a shout out for being a real G, gangster, yo. Cause that takes balls, b. That takes balls. I'm telling you, white people crazy.
White people do some crazy shit.
I know. How? Why?
Yo, these motherfuckers will jump off of mountains and glide. But I don't know, man. I think they overcompensate for not being like tough in social environments. So they're like, you know what? That one guy that pushed me and looked at me hard, I'm not scared of you anymore because I can fly through the air.
Yo, I never thought about it, but you have made a point, sir.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, you don't have to try so hard, man.
I mean,
even if you get into a fight and lose, man.
I mean, they're hilarious. So
They are.
One thing I've always been amazed at is the ones that wear shorts and a hoodie in the
Yo,
snow.
my brother does that shit, man. He's been here so long. He's white.
White Walker.
Oh my God.
White Walker.
Nah, fuck that nigga. He just got a car.
Really?
He just got a car.
Well, is it like a little SUV looking thing?
Yeah.
Because I seen it in the drive. I was like, who's that?
Yeah.
Yo, that's fucking Americans, man. How did they do
Yo,
that?
that's the thing. Yo, like my parents went full American on him because he's got papers, dog.
And
they're like,
he's clearly the favorite one now.
Yeah, I can't even say anything. They're like, yo, we helped you out when you were in college. I was like, yeah, that's true. But you didn't give me I'm like, yo, you didn't give me a fucking car like that.
And
I have a lease. You helped me get a lease.
I'm in my
Thank you.
mid-20s.
Yeah.
He's only 18.
Yeah.
Not even, right?
Yeah,
18,
he's just turned 18.
Damn, life is crazy, bro.
Life is crazy.
Life is really. Talk about crazy shit, bro. I forgot what the hell it was. I think I seen this thing called I saw Zika infected with some of this shit. I saw a mixture of Zika contaminated something. I don't know what it was, but I think the Zika shit is getting out of hand because I keep hearing a lot about it, but I don't think people really dying from this shit. But yeah, we need to have people on the ground, boots on the ground. If you're in Florida or anywhere where supposedly there's Zika, let us know if there really is Zika.
Wow.
I mean,
Or are they trying to just scare us?
yeah, because remember swine flu?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Remember
Swine flu was...
how scary that was? Like, oh my God, you're gonna die.
Were you ever scared?
Nah,
Hell
because
no.
I had just came back from Mexico, like when the swine flu shit was popping. So if anybody what I had, it would have been me.
What if you unwilling, like, because your immune system is probably really strong because you were in Mexico. If you live in Mexico, you can drink the water. Like, if I go back, the water is fucking me up because there's no filtration system. Those amoebas will get me. They call it Montezuma's curse. So when foreigners go in there, especially the white European race,
fuck you up.
Yep, can't handle it.
That's crazy.
But if I went back, I probably wouldn't be able to handle it. It's been 20 years. Although, I'll say this much. I think I could, only because I haven't adjusted to the cold despite living here for 20 years.
I think that was the first thing I got used to, the cold. I was like, oh, shit, it gets like this. I should really get used to this.
No,
like,
I get cold easily.
I think that's a deficiency in iron, bro.
You just fucked my mind up because now I feel like I'm dying.
Most of the times it's just like regular things like
No,
that.
my iron
Just
is on point. I got my
ooh,
I got my shit checked out because
yo,
I once had a vitamin deficiency.
yeah, that's some baller shit. Yeah, I get my iron
I
checked
got my
out.
iron checked out, dog.
Yeah, I got a guy that looks at it.
He has a career that revolves around looking at it. So
Yeah, that sounds crazy, man.
high class.
Yeah, I feel like this was a very lazy episode,
It
but
was.
nah, not really.
We've
It's
been
just
out for quite a long time working.
yeah. I think this is one of the few episodes where you can tell that we're kind of out of it because both of us have been up for 40 plus hours now. So if you add that up, that's over 80 awake hours straight. So yeah,
Yeah,
and we were about to go do another shift at work. So
man.
yeah, that was episode 10. Thank you guys for being patient. You know, we got more on the way, like I mentioned on the last
We got the
episode.
3 mic setup.
We got the multi mic set up 'cause we could do up
Ooh,
to 6.
word,
We got 3 mics on deck right now,
word.
but we could do up to 6. You know,
Yeah, man. And shout out to man. I gotta shout out to everyone that's doing something on Instagram because I feel like that's the wave.
definitely.
That's a good way to make money, man. I might have to start doing something on Instagram.
Maybe posting from the Paisa Life account might help a
Yo,
little
it
bit.
might help me.
It might
I've been
help.
having a need to post things, but I just
Again, we just don't have the time. Again,
Yeah,
this
man.
this is a community effort, and so far the community ain't helping.
for real, man.
Oh yeah, speaking of community, hopefully Facebook. Or I'm trying to do this on in person. I'm just trying to get some sort of sign up sheet. You know,
Mm.
if you hear this, try to get your own sign up sheets. Try to email them to us, and just try to get Paisa's names. Pretty much basic contact info. Like we don't even need address. Just like a cell phone number, maybe an email. I want to make a list of all the Paisas that we can represent.
Yeah.
Because like let's use Newburgh here for example. If we can get a list of all the Paisas that are here that are down with the just the idea of Paisa life of being represented, with a name, phone number, just basic contact info, and also maybe uh marking on the list if you have the availability to vote. I feel like we could be very influential fast because right now in Newburgh there's a lot of things going on in local government. Like for example, I don't know if you heard that they were gonna build a skate park here in Newburgh.
No.
They
It's
were well,
crazy.
they were going to build a skate park, but with the kids that just got shot,
Yeah.
they're
Reconsidering it.
moving those funds into putting $500,000 worth of cameras and things like that.
Sheesh.
So, me personally, I think that's stupid because it's like putting up cameras doesn't stop people from doing nothing.
No.
Because
No.
you just have footage of the thing happening.
Also, we can't practice at Ollie's and shit.
Yeah,
We have no
and I
skate
feel
park.
like a skate park would have been
Some rocket power shit.
yeah, like it could have been something for the community.
Yeah.
That's a problem. We get so caught up in what our problem is that we are so blindsided to try to do things for the community. And us being a large part of this community here in Newburgh, bro. Like I feel like with making this list, like we could go to places like to City Hall and shit, and they be like, hey, we represent this many residents in this town. And then we also give them a list of all the people that can vote.
It's a good
Because if we have a list of, let's say, hopefully over 100 people that can vote
idea.
when it comes to local elections, these motherfuckers better start doing things that benefit us, bro.
Right.
Because, again, if we can go somewhere and we can put the power of our resources and just sheer numbers into play, like, I feel like we could be influential, bro. But we got to want it.
Yeah. Right.
Because right now, sitting here with the reasons fucked up, bro, it's not just because of the people. It's not just because the place is shitty itself. It's not just because the institution that's racism. It's because of everything. It's not just one thing. It's everything. We have shitty people living in shitty places doing shitty things. The moment we start removing all the shittiness from Newburgh, starting with attitudes and just stupid ideologies, we can move forward.
Absolutely.
And what I mean by stupid ideology is I gotta get it before someone else does. I understand there's the mentality of surviving. I get it. Trust me. I live that life daily. If anybody knows it, it's me. But for that very reason, I know that that I want a better tomorrow, man. Because Newburgh is popping, man. Like Newburgh is low key popping, and like I feel proud to say that I'm from Newburgh, regardless of how shitty it might be, bro. Like when people see me, they know I'm from Newburgh. Like I go to Highland, they know I'm from Newburgh. I go to Middletown, they know I'm from Newburgh. By the way I talk, by the way I dress, by the way I carry myself, they could just tell. Like I've had people come up to me and be like, "Yo, you from Newburgh, right?" Just out the blue, like not even being a part of conversation. They can just tell, you know. But yeah, again, I'm gonna try to have that sign up sheet. I'm gonna try if I run to come across you, you see me with a clipboard. Do not
Sign your name.
do not hesitate to put your name. Again, all I really need is name, basic info, contact. Maybe your number where we can text you to, call you if anything. Again, we just want to start really getting everybody together because I see everyone liking sort of what we're doing. Like the people that know about it, they fuck with it.
Yeah,
The people that don't know about it yet, I know there's a lot of people that will fuck with it. So that's why we just gotta again start putting faces behind the numbers
absolutely.
and all these things. And if you get anything out of this episode that's not funny, let it be this. We gotta get together, man, because 2017 is right around the corner, right around the corner, man. And if we don't start doing things now, the next thing you know, it's already April 17th. You know what I mean? And then you already got half a year that passed by and you didn't get nothing popping. Again, what we're trying to do here is just roll with it, live a better life. Just
That
eat.
Paisa Life shit.
Yeah, exactly, man. Because all we do is eat and work, man. We just want to live good in between, man.
Absolutely. And on that note, we're gonna wrap it up.
Thank you for listening. This was episode 10 of the Paisa Life podcast, and we will be with you sometime in the future. Peace.
Absolutely.
I gotta fucking go to work.